Visionary.
Forthright.
Rainmaker.
Determination.
Heart of gold.
Passionate.
Fearless.
Get this picture. It's about a dozen years ago. We're doing a program on healthcare, the future of healthcare. You got some very tough hospital CEOs, some other healthcare experts. And Annette, I didn't know Annette, she was recommended to us. She comes and she knocks the ball out of the park. It's a live audience, and people are asking, who's Annette Catino? And she is this powerful, dynamic healthcare leader who I said afterwards, A, I've got to get to know her, B, I want her as a sponsor.
I came to know Annette when I was running a public affairs firm in Trenton, and she was one of my clients. My only female executive among my group of clients. So it's been more than a decade of knowing Annette and have really come to admire her. And interestingly enough, even though she was my client, she is, in truth, my mentor.
On the golf course with Annette Catino for the first time. It was the first day I met her, and I thought, wow, this is a driven, competitive, smart, fantastic player who likes a good game and loved my sport. And so our initial meeting was on the golf course.
As the chairman and CEO of a bank, we are always looking for opportunities to expand our footprint. In 2002, we were looking in New Jersey and found Liberty Bank and made an acquisition, merged with the institution. As part of that process, we had the opportunity to pick and choose among their board members, and one of those board members was Annette Catino, and she had the qualifications that we wanted: a businesswoman with a broad range of experience in business, and I think we clearly made the right choice.
I first met Annette in 1991. She was an executive at St. Clair's Riverside Medical Center and worked with Ken Corey, a friend of mine who was then the CEO. And together they created the dream, and ultimately they created QualCare. It was interesting. Our first board meeting was in Piscataway in a bare office, and we actually sat on folding chairs with a folding table. And we had sandwiches that night for dinner. So you might say that QualCare had humble beginnings.
The other members of my board, in addition to myself, hold Annette in extremely high regard. She's tough as nails, but she has a heart of gold. She knows what questions to ask. She knows how to get to the root of a problem. And she offers constructive responses, and she does that in a very positive way. It challenges me and helps me stay sharp and focused on the important issues in our company.
QualCare is the largest provider-owned managed care company in New Jersey. We administer the benefits for over 600,000 employee lives for group health as well as workers' comp. And we also maintain a network of over 100 hospitals and 20,000 physicians and other healthcare providers. We currently have about 550 employees now at QualCare. And the employees would say that Annette's straightforward, she's honest, she's fair. Ask Annette a direct question and they know they're going to get a direct answer. Often you'll see her meeting with employees on the floor, taking a walk on the floor and wishing everyone a good weekend or a great holiday. They like to see her and they appreciate the fact that Annette's available to speak with them.
Annette and I were playing golf that day at Forest Gate. She asked me what I was interested in, what I was doing beyond the tour, what I was going to do beyond the tour. And I told her about my dear friend, Heather Farr, who had passed away from breast cancer at the age of 28. And I explained to her how my vision to launch a Young Women's Initiative was front of mind. And I was looking for corporate leaders and donors to help me to provide funding for the mission. And that given the fact that QualCare has a significant female workforce and that she is in the healthcare industry, cares about her employees as much as her friends, she said, I'm in. How can I help you? And she became part of the advisory board for the Val Skinner Foundation and has been a terrific contributor, encouraging her employees to volunteer, to become part of the mission and to embrace the work that we're doing, provide staff support, has just been a terrific friend to the Val Skinner Foundation, to the Young Women's Initiative, and to women and families in the state of New Jersey.
Annette has been actively engaged with our board from the time she joined us. She has served a stint as the chair of our audit committee. She went straight from that into chairing our compensation committee. So it is nice to have someone guiding you through this process who brings with her a whole lot of experience, who can work through very complex issues. We think with her help and the committee's help, we have put together a compensation structure that's not only fair to our management group, but also has been well received by our stockholders.
Annette has followed the dynamics of New Jersey politics throughout life. I think she has personal passion for public service. She's very interested in it. She's always keeping her finger on the pulse because she understands the importance of public policy and how it can impact QualCare. And it can impact her members and certainly the clients that she serves.
Annette is a very passionate leader in everything that she does. She has a quest for excellence. She wants to succeed, but most of all, she wants to win. And taking second place is just not part of her profile. Annette and QualCare are very active in supporting many community organizations. The one event that probably stands above all is Annette's passion for the LIFE event. LIFE stands for LPGA Pros in the fight to eradicate breast cancer. Annette teams with Val Skinner to lead this event. It's an annual golf tournament that brings together some of the best female golfers in the world to raise money for breast cancer.
Annette Catino's leadership style, let me see. How about intense? No detail too small, no vision that she can't capture and follow up and follow through on. She's a motivator, she's an inspirator, she will drive you harder than you will ever drive yourself. And I will tell you, she is someone who, while she's very tough and very demanding of others as well as of herself, she's soft. And she does, listen, do not tell Annette Catino I said that she's soft. The rough exterior, by the way, if it was an act before, she's figured out how to master it because it works and she gets the most out of people, but she does have a very soft heart, but just don't tell anybody.
Annette really understands the role that golf can play in business. The face time it gives you with appropriate people that you're trying to build relationships with, and sort of the natural source of entertainment and being outside and being recreational and being able to just, spend a fair amount of time with someone and really get to know more about them other than just what a mini agenda is. And encouraged by her husband Wayne, who's a golfer, who maybe he had his own agenda in encouraging her, but also a good player. She really started to take the game up seriously, and as QualCare developed and other pieces of her resume were developing prior to that even, she was at the driving range working on getting better and being able to be out there and be competitive and utilize it in business.
I don't believe Annette does distinguish herself as the only female on our board. I believe she distinguishes herself by the fact that she's a solid contributor in all of our deliberations, which makes us a better board.
QualCare has been selected as one of the best places to work in New Jersey for 3 years in a row, and Annette's leadership skills are unmatched. She brings a passion to the job that's contagious. She really wants QualCare to be a wonderful place to work, and she really cares about the well-being of every employee at QualCare.
Annette believes in surrounding herself with truly outstanding people, and she has a group of senior leaders who have terrific skills, and she helps each of them grow in their positions, and yet they work together as a highly effective team. Also, Annette is driven. She's very results-oriented. She has this unbelievable can-do attitude. Annette believes that there isn't anything that she can't accomplish.
Her vision for what the future can be for QualCare is something that has inspired those that work with her on her management team and has gained her enormous respect among those that sit on her board and certainly the clients that she serves every day. She's unique, she's brilliant, and she is the finest executive that I've ever worked for.
Whether it's in her work with QualCare, her role on the board of Northfield, Middlesex Water Company, the Val Skinner Foundation, her other charitable work, even her golf game, she approaches each with the passion and intensity to make them all succeed.
I have had so many good times with her away from the golf course and away from work. She's so much fun. She encourages people. She sees the glass half full. She is, I'm gonna get all emotional here, sorry.
And I'll tell you what, if you need a friend and you're in the trenches and your back's against the wall, bottom of the ninth, I want Annette Catino on my team, right beside me, shoulder to shoulder.